What's going on, Capricorn? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, shares, donations. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy your higher self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be business, Capricorn, which we're going to make you, which you really don't need a lot of help with that. You're so savvy, but we're going to make moguls out of you yet. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Space has been cleansed. I'm just making all kinds of crystal friends along the way, Capricorn. It's been a treat. And if you probably noticed, changed up the space a little bit. You know, had to keep you on your toes there. But I'm gonna be visiting family for a couple weeks, so enjoy it, Capricorn. We're nice little scenery change here. But yeah, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 10 cards, and I'll be doing clarifications as need be, and of course, a good old surprise card at the end, just because I'm feeling generous. And in case you all were curious, the deck that I'm using is OG deck here, Aleister Crowley's Stoke deck, and I've included a link for this deck and other decks that I like using down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But let's get into your first card, Cap, which is going to be the current situation. So, higher self. What's the current situation looking like for Capricorn? Let's see what's been cooking up in your world as far as business, Capricorn. What you bringing to the table here? Dope! Look at you, Emperor. Okay, so see, wow. And didn't I say at the beginning that you didn't need any help with this? Clearly, we're done here, Capricorn. But for the rest of us who haven't, who maybe are trying to figure out what this Emperor looks like on you, the Emperor is the one that is. It's that leadership, it's that rising to the occasion, so maybe some of you are in this place of where we're feeling like we want to do more, we want to get that big promotion, maybe we're trying to build up that business, maybe you're trying, think bigger. If you want to be CEO, who's to tell you you can't, Capricorn? You're an emperor. And keep in mind too, Capricorn, this isn't a gender specific reading. You are all emperors in this scenario here. And the emperor brings it, this is Aries energy here. So with whatever you're getting ready to, if we've been feeling real ambitious, getting kind of hungry here, Capricorn, go get it. I feel like the energy is definitely ripe with it, and think too, the Emperor, when I think about like Aries energy, this just like that, it's different than just like, just like going in, just, like coming in hot and all that stuff. Aries energy is it's like the signal that the spring is coming, that new life is getting ready to come in here. The world is starting to wake up after its winter slumber here. So think about this, Capricorn, if we're getting ready to get into a bigger position here, how can you bring some freshness into this thing? I feel like we're in an age where it's time to get innovative, really think outside the box, come at it from whatever you're getting ready to do, come at it from like unconventional means, really shake things up a little bit and have some fun with it too, because the Emperor, sometimes it's like, when I think about the Emperor, maybe it's like it could come across as like you got to be like super serious and, like really crack down and no fun, it's like all this stuff, in which, yeah, you want him, we got to stay focused, we got to remember we're building an empire here. But that's who's to say that can't be fun along the way, because the Emperor's gonna enjoy himself a lot, while he's doing this journey here, because he's manifesting, he's taking all this stuff and bringing it down to the world. Cancer. I just did Cancer stuff, Capricorn. That seems to happen with you a lot, but yes, I dig that, and don't let, when I think about Emperor energy, don't let Emperor energy intimidate you. It could, for some I could see where if it's like, well, I'm not trying to be in a supervisor, I'm not trying to do blah, blah, blah. Well, that maybe, if that's not your jam, then how can we work with let's say maybe someone who's embodying this Emperor energy? Maybe this is like, how can we assist them? How can our energies work together here? because that could be, now let's get on the more negative aspect of it, because I can see too, because maybe some of us are feeling maybe kind of oppressed at our job. Maybe we're at this place of where we don't care for our boss, our supervisor. We're just looking to kind of change things up, Capricorn. And if that's the case, I feel like this coming up here, do it. You can absolutely, and keep in mind, Capricorn, I'm not telling you to quit your job. Do what you know how to do best. Be practical in this thing. Get your ducks in a row. But if you're feeling in this place where you feel like your growth is being stifled, you can't get the you look at you're this emperor, let's say this one that's not really emperor is a very generous term, if we're not satisfied with our job. But I say do it, instead of being in this place of where we're just like, well, gosh, this person doesn't know how to do anything, I totally would do it better. It's one thing to it's one thing, again, to help this person, but it's another thing to like manage up. You know what I mean? Because if we're in this place where we want to guide this emperor, but we don't want to rise up to the occasion, Capricorn, that's something that you may need to sit with as well. Because it's like, well, what is keeping you from getting to that next step? Because if you're clearly able to manage this manager, who's to say you can't manage your own thing? So just some little fruit for thought there for you. So let's go ahead and get into your next card here. I know that was a whole mouthful. This Emperor, he can be a chatty one sometimes. Higher self. Oh, second card is going to be current challenges. So higher self, what are some current challenges that Capricorn might be facing at this time? Let's see what's going on with that, Capricorn. I see. You got the Seven of Disc here. So I feel like maybe the reason that we may not want to rise up to this thing is maybe it's the fear of failure. And I get that, but when you think about the Seven of Pentacles, this is Saturn in Taurus here, and that Saturn is the planet of restriction. Saturn's your ruler, and if we put in this place of where it's like, well, I don't want to do this thing because, like, well, what if I fail at it? Okay, well, what if you succeed at it? What if you flourish at it? What if you're like the next best thing since sliced bread, Capricorn? I mean, come on, think big, because if we're thinking about this thing and we limit ourselves before we even started, then I can get where you might feel like you're failing because you're not doing anything. And I feel like this is like asking us to, if we're resonating with this stuff, think about how you can take action. How can we build up our confidence? Maybe it's maybe if you're worried that you don't have enough knowledge, YouTube has, courses aplenty. There's resources all over the place. And so if you're worried about if this is like a skill thing, go pick up that skill. Go do this thing. I feel like sometimes, if we get in this place of where it's just like, we feel restricted, like everyone's telling us what to do and we kind of hate all this stuff here. Well, then, break the mold. The problem is right in front of you there. Address it and then keep it moving, and keep it growing. But, this too, maybe we failed in the past, but that's a good thing, because what did you learn from that? What do we do to not repeat that thing? Failures are lessons as well. These are these cards, these are what, like my mindfulness cards, my strengths waiting to be discovered here. That's what weaknesses are. They show up so that we can refine this thing, so that we can embody the best version of ourselves, Capricorn. So, I can't tell you what to do, but try not to let that deter you, because again, if we keep our place where it's like, well, I think I'm going to fail, so why even bother? Well, then that's going to be your world. You know what I mean? This is a judgment-free zone. I'm going to kick it with you on this journey as long as it takes. But that's a weird place to be, and I feel like if that's where we're thinking, it's something to meditate on. So, and think too, when we're going through this thing, I'm thinking about last thing. I tell you, all the cards are chatty today. But last thing, with this Taurus energy in here, Taurus is, and I don't need to tell you that you need to persevere, but Taurus is one of those, like, they may have a little trouble starting stuff, but man, once they get it going, they're going to get it going. So I feel like, being a cardinal sign, Capricorn, just go out there and start it. Get this thing going, because here's the thing too. Capricorn is, you're kind of around the winter time there. Your energy, you're ushering in the winter. And sure, that's a time of like, it's a time of letting things go. And I feel like old ways of thinking, so that we can power through this stuff, get these lessons from this stuff, so that when we get to the spring, you're an emperor. So see how this energy's kind of working out here? So let's keep it moving. Let's get to your third card, which is going to be where you can find some help. So higher self. Where is it that Capricorn might be able to find some help in all this, in this situation? Let's see. Maybe if we need to reach out to another energy. Let's see what Capricorn might need with this. Oi. Okay. More Saturn energy here. You got the Three of Swords here. And so I feel like where you might be able to find some help, Capricorn, and I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but I feel like it's facing that insecurity, that fear of failure. It's going to be the only way I feel like is if we grow is if we accept, if we acknowledge the ways that we've been restricting ourselves. What is it that's been going on? Are we sad about a past business? Because maybe some of you have started something in the past and it might not have worked out. Well, why didn't it work? Did you like what you were doing? Was it that the market wasn't right? Was it that what were all the factors that were in play if that's resonating with you when that went down, so that we can learn, so that that doesn't happen again. Because if we cling to the stuff of like, again, that we're just a failure, that we're never going to accomplish anything, then that's the world that you're painting, because thoughts are powerful and your words are powerful. And if that's what you're manifesting, that's what the universe is going to keep throwing at you, because that's the vibration that you're getting off. It's all tied together there. So I'm not, I'm not trying to diminish your situation. I get where failure can suck sometimes, and we feel like we might have let ourselves down and that we know we can do better. So Capricorn, if you know you can do better, and I know you know that, then do better. You totally can. It's one of those things, whenever you're ready to move forward, you can. But if we keep ourselves in this cage, it's not going to look good for the emperor. There's nothing that's going to come from this thing. I feel like the emperor, you know what? We're going to put the emperor right here because I want you to embody that emperor. Imagine yourself as this emperor here. But yeah, this is, because I get a Capricorn, but at some point, how long do you want to hold on to that, be shackled by that thing, These are lessons here. You're getting, and look at that, you're getting all kinds of lessons here. I dig it, because these are good signs, because that means that there's more growth to be had. So let's change the paradigm, how we're thinking about this stuff here, and let's just get innovative and get pumped. So yeah, I'm leaving that there. Let's go ahead and get into your fourth card, which is going to be some long-term gains. So higher self, what's Capricorn got to look forward to in the long term? Let's see. What are some long-term things that's going to be worth, getting over this stuff here and start doing some growth here, Capricorn? Look, you got look at that. Inspiration. You get that lust for life, oh, this is the Fool. And with the Fool, it's going to be one of those things. And when I say long term, it's however you got this planned out here. But I feel like over time, once we really start addressing this stuff here, and start doing that healing, and start getting that momentum in life again, you're going to start feeling inspired again, because we've been this has been a thing, the spring thing, because the Fool in this deck is, he's represented, I think it's the green man. He's ushering in the spring. It's more, this is Uranus energy here, at least it can be. I've seen it represented by Uranus, and Uranus is about shaking things up, really kind of changing stuff here, really flipping stuff on its head. And I really feel like that's your mentality that we're trying to shift up right now. And I think that's what's going to come to you here, Capricorn. You may not see it right now. It may kind of, when we're kind of going through this stuff right now, it's hard to see like what's the finish line, what is the me that's over this look like? Well, Work on that right now. You know, that's the perk of this spread right here. If we're not sure, let this be your first step here. I'm giving you an easy one. Start thinking about this stuff here. You know, what do you look like? What does Capricorn look like in the embodying this Fool's energy here? You know, how do we get you excited for tackling this business stuff here, from, you know, from contributing to the world, you know, and helping promote the growth on this plane here. So because really, you know, when I think about your energy too, you're represented by the Queen of Pentacles, and we've talked about this, Capricorn. You know, I love the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is a type that she gets stuff done. You know, she takes the stuff from, she's the type that manifests from, she feels the energies, and then she makes this stuff and manifests this here. You know, that's the perks of Earth energy here. You're more connected to this physical realm than the other elements, and then again, you know, you being a cardinal sign, you can make the stuff happen whenever you feel like it. You know, it's just really being in that energy. What do you want? Bam. You know, and you know how you know, we've been talking about, as far as like, at least, you know, those of you who've been following me for a little while, but, you know, be talking about what intuition kind of looks like on Capricorn. And you know, it's figuring yourself out, Capricorn, how you operate. You know, there's some goodness that's coming from here. All right, let's get to your next card, which is going to be some short-term goals. So see, I'm going to give you, I know we were thinking about the long-term. Let's get you something to think about in this, in the present. So higher self, what are going to be some short-term gains that Capricorn gets from this, working with this energy here? You know, we're growing, we're getting excited, we're tapping into this Emperor energy. What's going to be a short-term? Oh! There you are, Queen of Pentacles. Didn't I tell you? You're about to... Capricorn, I'm about to be done, because see, I can't make this up. This is exactly, here you are. I don't know what to say to that. You're about to embody yourself. You know, that's Queen of what do I want to say about the Queen of Discs? Look at her. She's one. Just take a minute and just look at how badass you are with your awesome helmet and your staff and your goat statue. You know, that's you know, personal taste. But moving on. See this field out here? She's the type that, sure, maybe she's failed in the past, but what does she learn from this thing? How do we not replicate that again? How can we make this field flourish? You know, that's going to be the short-term gain. I feel like you're going to get your power back. You know, realize that that you can, man. You know what? Now that happened, listen, go ahead and take a seat, Queen of Pentacles. Because, yeah, that's, this is, Capricorn, that just raised my vibration through the roof. You don't even understand, and that's where I feel like you... when you get back to yourself, man, it's gonna be something fierce. I really don't even know what to say to that. It's tap into your power, Capricorn. You know, because the Queen of Discs, she's resourceful. She is and she's a healer too, in the sense of, like, she's the type that she's not going to throw money at the problem. She's the type that's going to help you. She's going to show you, like, this is how I accumulate resources. Now, how does that look on you? How can I help you elevate? Or, you know, how can I help make that happen for you, so that then that next person can do the same thing for that? And then see the good work you're doing? It's just spreading all over the place, just permeating here. Queen of Pentacles. By the end of this reading, Capricorn, I want to see Queen of Pentacles all over the place. And you know what? Now we're going to boost your ego up here, Capricorn, because the next card is going to be some strengths, which, if this wasn't the biggest strength here, higher self, what are some strengths that Capricorn's working with? Yeah, let's I dig that. You don't even understand. Let's see what else is going on here. Nice. You got the Moon card here, and here's things are getting clear now, Capricorn, because the Moon is about deceptions. You know, we're starting to see through the illusions, the things that we've told ourselves in the past. You know, that, oh, you know, if we failed something in the past, you know, we'll never, you know, maybe that's, well, we lost our chance. You know, another opportunity's not going to come up again. Well, just F it. No, Capricorn, there's more. You know, I feel like you're seeing that now. You know, you realize that you're more than your failures. You know, that your failures are really the things that really helped you embody this Queen of Pentacles here. Because look at that, as soon as we address this stuff here, you leveled up. So now keep that going, because that's the thing with the Moon. You know, when we're looking at an opportunity, you know, if we're feeling or fearing failure, you know, look at what happened when you learn this thing. You know, the moon's not trying to shy you away from anything. It's trying to invite you. You know, there's growth on the other side of this thing, but it's just facing that fear. You know, you can look at these jackals here as like, oh, they're trying to keep me out, you know, like, oh, probably shouldn't go through there. But if you find they're really just trying to welcome you. You know, it's all an illusion. It's a matter of perception. You know what I mean? Because look at down here. You know, this is the scarab. This is you, Capricorn, and hang with me, because you see that scarab is holding the sun here. You're getting ready to illuminate light on this, on all of these misconceptions that, you know, maybe that, because, you know, maybe it's not even you know, that just you are like, oh my goodness, I'm a failure. You know, maybe you had someone you were maybe working with, or maybe some friends or whatever, you know, acquaintances, whatever that might have been like, well, Capricorn, that, yeah, you really kind of dropped the ball on that one, you know, maybe bring it down your vibration too. Well, Capricorn, this is you're gonna see through it. You're gonna I feel like you're getting ready to realize that there's more to you, again, that you're more than just your failures here. So I dig that. Now, while we're talking about all these weaknesses and strengthening up here, we're going to focus on some weaknesses. But again, remember, these are strengths waiting to be discovered. So higher self, what are some weaknesses that Capricorn might be working with at this time? You know, now that we're, what could possibly weaken a Queen of Pentacles? Let's see what's going on here, Capricorn. Interesting. You got the Priestess here. And if you've been watching for a while, you know, the High Priestess likes to kind of pop in every now and again to remind you to trust your intuition. You know, are we feeling this stuff out here? You know, because the High Priestess is, she's the type that she doesn't fear the future, because she's already painted it out in her head. She's visualized what she's when she's thinking about the future, she's thinking about Queen of Pentacles, and that's what's going to happen, because that's how she wills it, because she knows how to work with the energies. So Capricorn, you know, I feel like, you know, if we've been doubting ourselves, you know, like, can we do this thing? You absolutely can, but it's just like, you have to trust your gut. You know, the second that we start doubting ourselves, then things start misfiring. You know, we're not hitting consistently. But if we're following our, you know, trusting our instincts, you know, and following our gut here, you know, higher self is going to lead you down the right path, you know, or, you know, however you connect to the source, God, Buddha, Jesus, whatever, Capricorn. You know, but it is about being in tune with yourself and understanding how you work with the energies, how you navigate through this realm here, and really being receptive to that. You know, I know that can sound kind of weird. I think I'm going to get a little bit more on the Priestess just to get a little extra nugget. But higher self, can we clarify the Priestess, please? Because I get, you know, where it's like, you know, you might be here, like, that might be a thing where it's like, well, Capricorn, trust your intuition. Well, what does that mean? Well, we're going to find out. Hold on. Oh, you got the Sun, Capricorn. Follow what makes you happy. What brings you light? You remember I was talking about that scarab? Here's your Sun. Capricorn, you see what I mean? This kind of stuff happens all the time, I feel like, when I do your kind of readings here. It's like when we get on these topics of like intuition and things like that, you know, stuff like this starts lining up. You know, we talk about it, and then here it is. You know, okay, let's see. What do I want to manifest for you next, Capricorn? Because I'm on a roll. Ace of Pentacles. You know what I mean? And keep in mind too, Capricorn, while I had said that, you know, this isn't me just pulling the cards here and, you know, telling you what your energy is. You know, this is the energy that you're bringing me here. You're bringing all this heat, this Sun, this intuition, this yourself, this Emperor, this Fool. Come on, Capricorn. Look at this. You know, we're almost halfway through, a little over halfway through, and you got major arcana city here. There are forces working behind the scenes here. It's just really, again, working with those energies and kind of tapping into that stuff, you know. And what better way to tap into that than doing what brings you fulfillment, brings you joy, because the Sun is bask in that. The Sun is really, it's the happiest card in the deck. And I feel like if you're in a place where you're operating from Sun energy, you know, navigating the space like that, it's going to, again, illuminate, you know, shine the light on these fears and these doubts and whatnots. And you're going to move on, because look, we've gone from the Moon, because that's the next card, you know, it's 18, and now we're at 19. You're literally leveling up before my eyes here, Capricorn. So I don't, you know, Don't even doubt yourself for a second. You are capable of some really incredible things here. Let's get to your 8th card here. Let's keep this train moving, because really this is awesome, Capricorn, which is going to be what to focus on in the present. So higher self, what is it that Capricorn should focus on in the present? Let's see. Oi. Yeah, 1 second, Capricorn. Yeah, okay. Nice. Absolutely, Capricorn. You got the Magus here. Start manifesting. Start understanding the skills that you're working with here. Start learning who Capricorn is. You know, what's your jam? You know, what you what is it that, what do you want to create, Capricorn? Because really, I feel like at this point, I get major arcana city. The universal energies are lining up. It's just waiting for you to, like, you know, manifest. You know, what do you want? You know, it really is. Because here's another thing too with the Magus. You know, this is the Magician in traditional decks, and the Magus has all of the tools that he needs to manifest, you know, and keep in mind too, even in the minds of, because this little ape down here, these are our doubts, our criticisms of ourselves, whether it be from people or onto ourselves, you know, that those things that may try to get in the way of manifesting that stuff here. But Capricorn, that is just for me, I feel like that's just like a test, in the sense of just like, you know, like, hey, we're going down this path. These are going to be some of the things along, you know, some of the roadblocks along the way. Are you okay with that? You know, how can we make your skills more flexible here? And I feel like maybe that's something too, you know, where I'm all for, you know, when I think about earth signs, you know, or earth energy, it's like, yes, I'm all about that practical energy, but sometimes it would benefit, you know, maybe some of us would benefit from being a little more flexible, just kind of relaxing a little bit. You know, maybe we're operating being a little too rigid, you know what I mean? And that can kind of stifle your creativity and help you're manifesting this stuff here too. So whatever it is, you know, if you're trying to raise this, you know, start your own business, you know, if you're trying to improve the company that you're at, you know, whatever it is that you want to do with this in this career, or whatever you're trying to shape here, you know, your purpose in life, you know, make that happen, you know, because really from what I'm seeing here, Capricorn, when you get like really high concentration of like major arcanas like this, there's something big that's getting ready to come in the mix here. So I really feel like, you know, while the iron's hot, because man, it is hot. Sun hot. So and Emperor heat. You're bringing it. So let's get to your 9th card, which is going to be what to focus on in the future. So higher self, what is it that Capricorn should focus on in the future? Let's see, what are some things there that you can start thinking about there, Cap? Absolute man. Queen of Disc. Oh, excuse me. We already got Queen of Disc. Princess of Disc. And the Princess of Disc. This, look at her. So she's the type, she's got this grove back here. You know, she's clean slate. You know, she's getting ready, she's pregnant with life here. She's the type that's she's pouring all of her energy into the ground here, you know, feeding that into this grove here, because you see this ground is lit, because her ideas lit by the sun. And when she's done, she is going to create abundance in a way that is just going to be unreal. You know, I really love that when the Princess of Disc pops up, because she's the type, really, she's going to take all of this stuff here. Shoot, you told her that she can work with this here, and she can partner with the Queen of Disc? Come on. I mean, what? Man, Capricorn. And, you know, too, just because I'm thinking about it, you know, she's one of my fertility. She's my most fertile figure in the deck here. So maybe if that's something too, you know, maybe some of us are kind of stuck between, maybe if we're trying to figure between like family or business or something like that. You know, that's going to be one of those things. You got to follow your gut on this stuff. You know, if we want to focus on that, I feel like, I will say, you know, let me come at this from a different way, you know, when I think about that, because I'm not even getting like a real kind of like that struggle between like between kids and work. I'm more so getting like like laying a foundation if we're thinking about family down the line. You know, I feel like what better way, and I feel like I've said this to you in the past, Capricorn, what better way to show the next generation, you know, how to manifest our happiness, and then to start doing that thing. You know, let's set up a different model instead of like, and not that there's anything wrong with the traditional, you know, kind of 9 to 5, but it's nice to kind of think outside of the box. You know, like what are some more fun ways that we can, how can we get it so that the you know, the next generation is like doing what they love, you know, doing what they love and getting stuff done at the same time, you know, and contributing to this world here, you know, really help, you know, committing to that growth here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, let's get to your last card, which is going to be some opportunities for you. As honestly, if this hasn't been one big opportunity, I don't know what is, Capricorn. But higher self, let's give you one more, just because I just want to spoil you. Higher self, what are some opportunities that's coming up for Capricorn? Let's see what you got to look forward to other than just greatness. Clarity. You know what? Let's switch back over, because Queen of Swords. Yeah, now we got another queen here. You know, I feel like it's taking all of your thoughts, you know, understanding, you know, feeling what you're working with, Capricorn. You know, getting, you know, whether it be maybe making a, I feel like maybe some of us might benefit from like a vision board, something where, you know, or like logging down your ideas, something, you know. Let's start bringing the stuff down to the ground, you know, even in the littlest kind of ways, and then start making sense, or, you know, start taking steps. And I feel like if we're worried about are things going to start lining up along the way, trust that it will. You know, it's just like as you're figuring it out, it's your world is going to flourish in a way that's is going to be unreal. But it's that doubt, you know, like, can I? Now I won't be able to find it because it's been buried in major arcanas, you know. This doubt, these fears, these worries, you know, seeing through those, and then leveling up like you just did here, because you really have just like ascended here, Capricorn. This was a pretty dope reading. So I'm gonna let you go out there and just meditate on how phenomenal you are, and what you're really getting ready to bring to the table here. You know, I really feel like this could be just like the next, whatever it is you're planning, just like the next big thing. You know, really, this is the energy is. So there's where I'm in this astrology according to Justin, but I feel like there's a renaissance coming. You know, something really big, is something creative. We're gonna enter a really awesome time. So yeah, Capricorn, go out there and get it. So I'm gonna leave that there. If you like that as much as I did, give it a thumbs up, Capricorn, and share this with all the Capricorns you know, and honestly share it with the Soul Tribe, because this is the kind of motivation that we need here. And you know what, Capricorn? When I was talking about, you know, setting an example for like kids, if we're thinking about maybe having a family down the line, if we're not, think about setting up a line, you know, leading by example for just like society. You know, if you know, when people see the greatness that you're getting ready, that you've accomplished here, that's going to be inspirational, you know, because that's another thing. You know, the Emperor is inspirational. You know, this is a leader here, you know. And I feel like, you know, what better way, again, lead by example, show people how it's done, so that they can get manifesting, so that everybody's just getting this stuff here. Where are we at? Oh, subscribe, hit that bell button. You'll get notified when I release videos each week. I'm getting better about being all up on Facebook. And you know what? Yeah, I want to hear from you. I want to see what you did with this major arcana city here, because really I need like 20 hands to hold up your greatness here. And then lastly, since I, you know, I don't know what that is. It's like you seem to follow my Cancer stuff. And keep in mind, when I go to pick the signs, I go to roll a die every time. And just something about like the last couple times, it's just like Capricorn's been following the Cancer channel like right after. But all that to say, if you have any Cancer in your placement, you know, check out my you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever. Check out my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday, discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time, and all that stuff in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card so I can get you out of here and go get your abundance. Like, look at you. Nine of disc. Nine of disc is success. Nine of disc is that accomplishment. You know, that gain is coming in here. This is Venus and Virgo. You know, this is like you've put in the work. You've been meticulous. You've gotten the details down. You've mapped this stuff out here, and now you're getting your heart's desire. You know, all that stuff is starting to manifest. Make it rain all over the place because it's within you, Capricorn. I don't even know what to say. You know what? I'm gonna get you out there so you can just go get it. So stay safe out there, Capricorn. And I mean, really, you just raised my vibration through the roof. So go do that out there for everyone, Capricorn. And I will catch you on the next one later.